It is hard to come back to your creative work after a hiatus, whether it's a career that you've had for a number of years and you're now coming back to the studio, having retired, having quit, having whatever changed, or it's just, a couple of months. It's hard to re-enter. And I have to say, there are differences to the length of time, because sometimes if it's been a short amount of time, you can kind of get back to what you were working on last and pick up a thread. But if it's been a long time and you've had a lot of life in between, it's kind of hard to know how to enter and what the purpose is and what your current values are in the work, and how you're moving with it. It can feel sort of unmotivated. So this is the thing. It's hard and it's worth it because you've lived a lot of life, and there's a lot of learning that's been going on in that time. And there's a way that making art it can be processing that learning and taking it to the next level. You're sort of articulating new understandings through your work. But it's not like picking up a thread from way back when. That stuff is, you've moved to a different place. So how do you know how to start, how to enter? And my suggestion is actually the same suggestion I have for people who've been out for just a short amount of time, which is to start with really easy, small things. My mother, who's a painter, used to call it throwaway art. I think of it as doodles. But it's a way to kind of just get things lubricated and to start to engage with what you enjoy about your materials, the forms you're playing with. What are you drawn to, right? So you're asking yourself, you're giving yourself permission to explore and asking yourself, what's visually compelling to me now? What's visually or sonically, if you're a musician, or words, if you whatever it is that's your medium, what's compelling to me now? And the way to start, if it's been a while, is to start with easy throw off things. And eventually what happens, and this is the magic part, is that your mind is sort of wandering with it, and you start to get excited about a bigger idea. And maybe it's the series of small things, or maybe it's a new piece, or I don't know what it is. But you start to engage by just being in the process, right? So what I'm saying is permission to be in the process, permission to not know what you're doing, permission to just have fun with the materials. And if this seems hard, my recommendation is to give yourself a time limit. Right? I'm going to say on Tuesdays at 1 o'clock, I'm going to take 1 hour and I'm going to work and see what happens, or play. Let's call it play and see what happens. If you need a guided meditation to help you in, I have one. I will post, and that's going to be available. Also, what are they called? Co-working is very useful, so you're welcome to join us. All right, talk to you soon. I would love to hear from you. Please send me a note.